while all of this looks like this, Kitty, Kitty, smell the bag, garbage hound. Okay, well, let's get into it. Long story short, this is what happens when you allow your wife to, make decisions on the next move without you. My mom, or my wife and the mother-in-law, both wanted to move closer together. So we moved to this nice little village established in 1792 called Selkirk, Ontario. And I'm taking you along my morning run. Well, it's a morning walk at the moment, but I have serious ambitions to make this a run. And we're going down to the beach. It's not really a beach. It's kind of like one of those private areas where if you own a piece of property, you can hang out there. But if you don't, you can just drive by. We're looking at Lake Erie, and at this time of year it's really warm because Lake Erie is a really shallow lake as compared to the other Great Lakes around Ontario. I always lived in London, in the middle of all these lakes. I've always said we're an hour in every direction to a beach, a freshwater beach at that, and So it's kind of cool to be able to live this close to the warm lake. Now, while I've never been into fishing per se, there is fishing around. There's a boat launch just right at the beginning of our run here. Come on, think of it as a run. I'm going to think of it as a run. I'm thinking of it as a run right now. So it's a long run. We're just gonna speed up this video so I don't discourage myself or anything like that. We gotta do it. We gotta get her done, maybe even before 2019. You hear me? Talking to myself at this point. So it's an area that I can really dig with my style of modeling, especially being interested in marine modeling and boats and weathered wood that's by the water, and it's the perfect way to get reference for the material I do. And so, every once in a while it might be a good idea to give the old lady and the mother-in-law some power. I'm not even drinking and I said that. I don't even know what I just said. Okay, so let's just get back to it because I think I just went crazy for a second. One thing that's really cool are some of the things that I call features of our area. And one of those features is this wind farm that is all around us. And for years and years, when these windmills first started coming around, there was a big backlash about them and stuff like that. But they just look so monumental when I drive past them. And I just think it's really cool. Little feature of the drive around. Every day after work I get to see these things. All jokes aside about the fitness and all that jazz and giving the old lady power, I was joking, I was really joking. This is a really cool place. Like I said, there's reference material all around me. Look at that place right there. Oh my gosh. I love it. And, in what world do you love that kind of thing? In this world, in my world. So, in Selkirk seems to be that kind of place. And, even when I actually get to get settled into the new studio and stuff, I'll be able to start doing events at the local community center that's coming up here on the left-hand side. Oh, it might be on the right-hand side of my video screen. I don't know these. Maybe I do know these things. Look how beautiful this thing is. This is like 100 years old at least, and it's got a great big hall ready for model trains and scale models and enthusiasts of all those kinds of things. So that's a little tour of my house. I want to thank you for coming along for the ride.